So I'm Faye Kemi, the founder and director of Camille Properties. We're based in Colchester, Braintree, Essex area. So this deal is a 3-bed house. It's in a nice residential area and it's got a really good garden. It's quite rare to get a house this size in this area, and it is a new build. It's about 6 years old. So we chose this property because it's just in a really good location. Like there's a hotel about a minute's drive from here. It's got really good transport links, really close to everywhere that you want in Colchester, so town centre, hospital, rail station. Like it's just really good location. And because as I said this is our second deal, I was able to use what we found out from our first deal as like confirmation to know that this is going to be a great deal. So it's a 2-year deal. We signed on the 1st of August. Today's officially the 25th. It took 2 weeks to renovate it, and it's been booked for 2 weeks straight. So yeah, it's doing really well so far. Normally I wouldn't take on a 2-year deal, but my reasons was because I knew this property was good. This landlord just needed a bit of time to trust our company, to trust me. And he's also got like quite a few other properties in the pipeline. So I just thought, you know what, I might as well just agree for the 2 years in the hopes to get more from him in the future. So right now, rent I pay him is £1,600 a month. Expenses are about 500, and monthly income is on about average 3,500. So my break even point is 60%. Again, I would not normally do it because I feel like it's a bit high. I would love to stay below 50%, but because the first property was doing so well, I knew this property was going to do better. And as I said, it's that relationship that we're trying to build with the landlord. I thought, you know what, it's still worth taking on. So yeah, it's been doing really good. So Simon's been a really good help. Honestly, invaluable. It's more than what you're paying for. When I started out, I was going to loads of viewings, loads of searching, and I would post and send a lot of my videos to him and be like, what do you think of this? And he'd give me really specific feedback. So it kind of made it possible that when I was faced with making this decision, whether to take this deal on or not, it's like I had his voice in my mind, just like coaching me, like, this is what you're looking out for, this is a deal breaker. So I was able to make a decision quickly without having to call him and have him spoon feed it to me. Do you get what I mean? So it's kind of the principle of give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but teach him how to fish and he'll feed for life. It's literally been that. So he's not just showing me step by step what to do, but kind of like training me to be able to make those decisions on my own. And for that, I feel like, yeah, most mentors, I haven't had many property mentors before, but the ones that I have dealt with, they've kind of just want you to constantly have to rely on them. But I feel like Simon has just been really like, no, I'm going to train you so you can do this for yourself, sort of thing. And yeah, but even in the process, he's not like just, thrown you into the deep and been like, all right, off you go figure it out. Like if you do need something, he will help you and he will go above the call of duty to do that. So I mean, there were times I'd be sending like text message, like WhatsApp messages, like, Simon, what am I doing? I know he's probably annoyed, but he's been really gracious to like still help me and still, lead me in the right direction. So yeah, I'd 100% recommend him as a mentor. He keeps things simple. For me, if you just start adding big words and overcomplicating processes, you've lost me. But Simon keeps it really simple. And I found when I was doing my research, like looking for property mentors and stuff like that, a lot of them just, I don't know if they deliberately overcomplicate it so that you feel the need to have someone like, oh, teach me what to do. But Simon was just like, look, this is it. Like 1 + 1 is really 2, it's really not that overcomplicated. So yeah, he's honestly been invaluable. Him, his team, the community, like it's just been a great experience so far. What Simon teaches was like, do your figures beforehand, do your analysis beforehand. So when you're at the viewing, you can just be there and listen to what the landlord's asking for, what he needs, and then you'll be in a better position to not just negotiate, but to offer what the landlord is looking for. And one of the things that I learned from him, just with the other properties that didn't, cross the line, was that the time it takes for me to, like, the landlord will be acting like everything's okay. And I'm thinking, oh, everything's okay. And then by the time I go home, they're like, actually, no. So he would teach me, like, you know what, if you were to tell the landlord, if you were to say to the landlord, look, if I were to offer you X, would you accept it? And then hearing an answer there and then. If the landlord was like, no, because of this and that, then you've got a chance to discuss that with the landlord and all of this. So because of that, I literally didn't have time to show Simon the deal because I was trying to get it over the line essentially. But that's the point I was making before, because he's trained me, I feel, to that point to be able to be like, okay, you're in it now. Like, the choice is yours. Like, you don't need to just kind of you don't need to be spoon fed, if that's the right way to say it. I feel like that to me has been the best value. Hello, come on in, come on in. So as you come in, on my left you've got the downstairs toilet. It was blue, now it's white. Coming a bit more. You've got the understairs storage bit here. So it's kind of useful to keep vacuum cleaners, if you've got a mop, because it's quite wide. So we can keep a mop down there as well, dustpan and brush. If we don't want to keep it in the kitchen, you can keep it down here. In here, we've got the kitchen diner. So we've got the dining table in this bit over here. We've got integrated fridge freezer, dishwasher, washing machine, and integrated oven. That's what it's called. Yeah, as I said, the property's only been around for 6 years, so everything is in good working order. We did change some of these drawers because they were cracked, but now, yeah, I've changed them, so it's all good. Yeah, it's just a kitchen. So we'll go back through the entrance and go to the living room. This is my favourite part of the house. It's the living room. It's just simple. Yeah, it's just simple. We've got the couch, a couple of armchairs. I did put a desk in the corner over there, only because feedback from our first property, we realised that guests, at least the guests that we were catering to, actually just wanted a designated space to work. They didn't necessarily want a separate room, but just like a place where they could get on their laptop and check emails and stuff like that. So we put that over there underneath the spotlight. The decor is, it's as simple as it can get, in my opinion. Yeah, we've got a clock, a mirror, and some kind of piece here. I don't know what you call it, but it's there. Yeah, that's the living room. So if we go out this way, we can go upstairs and have a look at the bedrooms. So upstairs, we've got 3 bedrooms, we've got the bathroom, and we've got 2 storage cupboards. So yeah, let's start with the bedroom. So this is bedroom number 3. It's the smallest bedroom, but we're still able to put in a small double. So that's what we did. Now, it wasn't meant to sit this way. It was meant to kind of be horizontal, but I messed up the measurements. So this is the only way it can fit. It works though. We make it pretty as much as we can. And yeah, at least we can say we can now sleep 6 people instead of 5. So yeah, it's all worked out. Okay, so this is bedroom number 1. I say it's bedroom number 1 because it's the largest room, but it's debatable because there's no double bed in here, but I'm going to say it's bedroom number 1. Okay, so bedroom number 1 has 2 twin beds. The reason for that is really just to get as many people as we can comfortably. It's got built-in wardrobes, which is great. Saved me having to fork that out. And again, the decor is really, really simple. Look at it. It's a couple of frames, a lamp, and some kind of decoration piece. I don't even know what's called. So the curtains were there when we took on the property, and we thought it kind of worked, it still works. So we kept it. And yeah, so that's bedroom number 1. Okay, so this is one of the storage cupboards upstairs. It's got a dryer, like an air dryer, an ironing board, a few fans, and a desk. Yeah, we just found that we needed a place to keep all the other stuff that guests may need that probably wouldn't look so tidy if you were to leave it in a bedroom. So that's what we've done with this cupboard. So this cupboard here, we're actually using it to store extra linen, guest little bits here and there, pillowcases, just the stuff that the cleaners particularly would need. So Yeah, I mean, we just chose this cupboard because it already had shelves, so it made sense to use it for that. So yeah, that's it. So my husband put some locks on, and I just bought a padlock. It's just easier that way for us. So we've set the code, and the cleaner knows what the code is. So every time she comes to come and clean the house between bookings, she can just let herself in, let herself out, and it's easy and efficient. Okay, so this is the bathroom upstairs. Again, it follows the same decor as the rest of upstairs. Very neutral. I've got maybe two decoration pieces, and that's it. So I guess maybe I should explain why the decor is so neutral. It's so neutral because I didn't know what I was doing. And I think it's something I learned from Simon about just picking one or two colours and just sticking to it. And yeah, because I was really struggling with my first property to try and make it look pretty. And when when I went to DDD, so Derby Discovery Day, yeah, I just remember him saying, look, just pick two or three colours and stick to it and you'll be fine. And it seems to have worked out well here. So yeah, that's the bathroom. And this is bedroom number 2. So not as big as bedroom 1 and not as small as bedroom 3. We've got a double bed in here. And yeah, so I mean, as I said, it just follows the same decor as everything else. We've got a couple of lamps, some kind of decoration pieces, a few frames, and I think it's called a freestanding wardrobe. I'm not really sure the right term, but yeah, it's just a lot cheaper and a lot easier to put together. So that's bedroom number 2. So lastly, we've got the garden. As I said, we were really fortunate with this property. Everything was already in really good condition, including the garden. So literally didn't have to do anything at all. So yeah, it's a good size. A lot of our bookings for this property tend to either be construction crew or families. And the families category just really love the garden. They say in their own words they can just leave their kids out there and actually have a life inside. So yeah, it's been really good having it. So that's it. That's the tour of the 3-bed property. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.